welcome to episode 48 of the Youth Squad Legends series with Chesterfield. Yes, I can assure you that this is still Chesterfield, even though my football shirt has gone missing. Now, the first thing that we need to talk about is last episode's scenario. There were positive comments, there were also negative comments, and I can understand the vast majority of feelings. The series is successful because of certain players, and if one of those certain players leaves, that'll be a gut punch to you. However, in Youth Squad Legends, it's very difficult to feel any kind of jeopardy. And I'll be real with you, on that particular day, I woke up and decided to have chaos in my life. And we went on that emotional roller coaster together. Fortunately, we've not lost any big players yet, and the odds are that we're not going to lose any big players. It is one of the very few downsides with Youth Squad Legends that we can't really replicate a realistic transfer window. It's a fine balancing act. I think I might have overstepped the line last episode, so apologies for that. I'm trying to think up ways that we can add jeopardy, add fear to the series without making it heartbreaking to see players leave. Anyway, into the calendar. We've either got 3 or 2 random numbers before that scenario is completely done with, meaning that like Hanford, Smeet and Jam, who've not heard their number called once, are relatively safe at this point. We're still worried about Sorriman, Kjartansen and Pem, who are numbers 23, 24 and 25.
30.
We've not heard number 30 yet. That's Karim Magdi. Next one.
15.
15. That's Rob Smeaton. So we don't want Mrs. Google to go and choose 15 again.
Here's a random number. 46.
And the final one's Chris Bancroft. Sick. All right. No one...
Here's your OK on Spotify.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google, shut up. Okay, Google. Please stop the music. Oh my days, man. It's deafening me. Neighbours are going to have an absolute field day with that one. So all's well that ends well. The only player that I'm really disappointed to be losing is Patrick Jambe. Now for today's scenario, here comes Posh Cutsy. Hello there, Posh Cutsy here. How are you doing? With the transfer window's closure fast approaching, we can force out loan moves for £1 million each. Oh, and yes, Rishi Panda didn't score in the last episode, so take 1 overall from one of your players. Okay, toodles! Yeah, we really do need to see this lad score eventually. Where's best to lose an overall right now? Kamiko's at 74 at 17. That is rather ridiculous, so I'll probably go there. The current budget with all the transfers happening last episode is very healthy indeed. 22.9 million. If we needed to, we could send out 22 players on loan. That's not going to happen, but it's a nice safety net anyway. We do still have a few days left in the transfer window, so I'm going to try and get some players on loan naturally. Not like a bitter transfer deadline day. 9 hours left to go. We got a loan in from Ipswich Town for Domen Kometic. Delegate. Hopefully that goes through. Nikita Sorokin can go to Hull City. I think it would be really useful for Errol Banks to go on loan for the next 6 months. That might be with Luton Town. Plymouth Argyle are in for Nikita Sorokin. Well, he made his mind up fairly quick. Didn't really make the impact at Chesterfield, Mansfield that I expected. He's moved to Hull City. I like the idea of Ouch Ravi going on loan for a bit. With 6 hours remaining, we might have a deal in place for Marek Nosko to go out on loan to Trabzonspor. One deal that is in place is Mr. Ouch Ravi. 6 months with Midland. There is absolutely no way that Swansea City are going to get Ayob Walder-Michael's loan sorted in time, but we wish them all the best regardless. We've got 3 hours left. This is Domen Kometic leaving for Ipswich. Errol Banks has gone to Luton Town, and sadly that's all that she wrote. We had a lot of interest, but we couldn't get the paperwork done in time. So now it's time to see what we can do. I want to make sure that players are happy playing football, not rotting on the bench, but also I don't want to be spending too much money. So off goes Matthew Mizzy, Pavel Stanic, Ayob Walder-Michael, Karim Magdi, Eric Patino, Caleb Anderson, Marek Nosko, Jamaldine Camel Silver, Fedor Yershov, and because his squad role is crucial, we'll go Rechol Bomb. That's £10 million gone. Good money spent if everybody remains happy. Let's have an opponent analysis on our FA Cup 4th round opponent, Bournemouth. They are currently a 4.5-star side, 89 attack, hello, tactical preset wing play. I should be absolutely terrified, but how can you get any more difficult than last episode? The simple answer is that you can't. We're hoping today FC25 gives us a break and we can entertain the masses. Fofana with the step overs. Rolly Sepp doesn't want any of that. Gets into midfield and pops it off to Rwoko. Left hand side, Sombat Youngen. Just about keeping it in play. Kjartansson getting to the box, lad. Well, he's there. Has to turn one player. Oh, somehow he squeezed it in. What a terrible piece of defending that is by Bournemouth. And what a perfect start to the episode for Chesterfield. Go on, Andrew Sorriman. All that green grass in front of you, lad. Get running into it. We've not had anything since that hectic start. Less than 30% of the possession is quite embarrassing. But so long as the scoreline stays like this, I'm absolutely dandy. It'll be a fantastic result for Chesterfield. Kjartansson can't get the better of Neto. But now we pose the question, can Enos Jam win headers in the Premier League? The answer is yes. Enos Jam! Smash! Oh, wow. Swazzalicious. Win probability's looking good for us. It's a dead game, but it's also a fair game. Let's hope the second half can liven up the situation. It does seem like the game is urging me to go on a deep run in the cup. Kjartansson gets his noggin onto that one. Bournemouth don't seem bothered. There's no urgency in what they're doing, and good on us for taking advantage of that. Dare I say it, we're looking quite comfortable in this game. Step overs by Enos Jam. Can he get up to top speed? He's asking Kjartansson to run, but he's not running, and then goes and makes his own chance anyway. Sombat Youngen waits for Rwoko to get back on side. We are into the 1 added minute. We hold it into the corner, boys. It's absolutely disgraceful behaviour. The Spirites have gone and beaten the Cherries. Kjartansson, the hero, getting the only goal of the game. Such a scrappy goal as well. An awful game of football, but we don't care about it. We can go and credit the centre-backs for having a clean sheet against an 89 overall player, but that Fofana, lad, up top for Bournemouth, were all skills and no real output. Let's transfer that positivity into the Championship now. We're up against 6th placed Southampton, 5-3-2 holding. They haven't lost in their last 5 games, so let's change that. Tiki-taka football. Few changes in the team. Lim Soccer at left back, Shering Pem centre back, Henson plays on the right wing, and in central midfield, Mr. Loverman, Southampton against Chesterfield. Let's have it, Somba. Easy pass into Natali Rwoko. Southampton split apart. Kjartansson, sadly we're looking back. It's Bloody Shabba trying for the long shot. We'll send this into Enos Jam. That's also blocked off straight away. Sombat Youngen's got the ball into Rwoko, who's finding loads of space there on the left-hand side. They need to keep an handle on him. Shering Pen wins the header. We're all over Southampton at the moment. Most importantly, it looks like we can string a couple of passes together. It is genuinely hilarious how much better the game feels today. Behave! Enos Jam into Sombat Youngen for the opening goal. It's been coming. Southampton wanting an instant response. Touch a bit loose. Raw Killen goes in for a slide. Pem gets a touch, still Southampton on the attack. Great recovery. It's been a half dominated by the blue shirts. Enos Jam, can he line up another incredible solo run? Wonderful feet. Enos Jam all the way, he goes for the fake shot. It's unbelievable by Enos Jam. Zamezen Enos. 22 goals in 29 matches. Wonderful save there by Alfie Hanford. Good vibes are back at the football club. Got a booking for Natali Rwoko. Getting to half-time here, lads. Unbelievable stuff. Didn't we rip Southampton up earlier in the season? They absolutely hate going against us. Oh, we got lucky there with Sheringham sliding in. Bonnie wants to give it another go. He's really fighting with Raw killing. Shot goes in. What's Anford doing? Seems like we've got a proper game on. Is it going to be a game of two halves? Raw killing. We need more than Enos Jam to go and step up here. Strong by Sheringham. But he will have to deal with Bonnie again. Lim Soccer just about. Goes and releases Natali Ruwako on the left-hand side. And that will surely be a penalty. No Rob Smeaton on penalty duty, so it's Erika Kjartansson to get another goal this season. Sends Ramsdale the wrong way. That's quite a delayed celebration. Finally, we're on it. What's that coming over the hill? Is it Kjartansson? Is it Kjartansson? Something about their play style really rubs up against ours. Ooh, and Enos Jam is feeling it. You will get the corner kick delivered by somebody young, and it's Raw killing. Actually heading towards goal. Decent enough save. Ruwako's been granted this space all night, an inevitability that he's going to play passes like that to Kjartansson. Footwork, reactions, responsiveness, we got it all today. Is yet another Saints hammering. Natali Ruwako, Silky, into Somba. Kjartansson waits for the moment to play to Enos Jam. He tries something elaborate and it nearly pays off. We had Ole singing in the crowd in the last few minutes. Just a feel-good game there. We really needed that as a football club. Next game, we're at home against 10th place Hull City. Issa is captain, starting this one in a 4-1-4-1. I'm very excited. Tiki-taka football. It'll be Pem up there, leading the line, and up against his former centre-back partner. How quickly times change. I'm delighted that we finally get to play against a former player. Here's Sheringham up against Issa. Gets stuck into him early. Oh, yes, Sheringham. Oh, Issa gets back just in time. It's somebody Youngen asking questions. Just play an easy one to Sheringham. Soraman! Get in there, Chesterfield! No need to try and get stuck into Nasoro Issa when you can just simply pass it across. Lovely side-footed finish there by the Vanuatuan. Chesterfield, who look like championship title winners for a majority of this season, have their mojo back. I tell you something, Sheringham is loving this. Absolutely loving it. The road towards championship title winners will be long, it'll be difficult, it'll be arduous. But that's not to say it won't be worth treading. Should we be thanking Chris Bancroft's return? That's a nice header by Nasoro Issa, but he will now have to deal with that amazing Enos, who's a little bit more challenging to go and knock over. Outswinger by Sombat Youngen. Enos Jam a little bit too far out from goal there. This team is crying out for a proper corner kick taker. Off he goes again. How wonderful is the dribbling of Enos Jam? Play it across here to Sheringham. He doesn't get a sighter thanks to Nasoro Issa. Game still beautifully poised at 1-0, 67 minutes gone. Hull City trying to find the equaliser. Soraman a little bit lapse from the corner kick. I mean, Hull City have just walked that one in. For all the good work, we've got to go again, and Ruwako's found the pass. It's Sheringham. That parity really didn't last long. Good timing on the ball there to our striker. Rolly Sepp trying to help out the right-hand side. Probably a bad idea. Opens up gap centrally. Hull City playing this around with a bit of purpose. Oh, yes! There's the turtle. Inch perfect. And now we go and set up the counter-attack with Enos Jam taking it into the Tigers' arm. Enos still going. He's the greatest at holding the ball and making sure no one touches him. He's still going. It's Enos Jam for the second time this episode. Have you ever seen the likes? He's absolutely unstoppable on his day. We've got a couple of minutes with Rishi Panda to end the game, but in that time, unfortunately, we won't get the ball out the half. It's going to be a shot taken by Harvey. Christy Mayer will not win the header, but that is the end of the football match. When you've got a player that good that takes the game by the scruff of its neck. What can you do? You just have to admire it. And let's not forget Louis-Joseph Latortu's slide tackle to set up that run in the first place. Unbelievable. Only 4 points behind Ipswich. Crazy how quickly things can turn around. We've got a game in hand as well. Norwich City, 5th place at the moment, playing a 4-2-3-1 wide tiki-taka football. Another one with Pem up top. I was really impressed with how he handled himself there. I think the age-old discussion of energy levels in our forwards is going to come to the forefront once again. You simply can't question the amount of goals that Southampton has scored this season. He's been fantastic, but it has been a team that has had to play towards him because that's the only way that Southampton knows how to play. That's not to say Southampton's greedy at all. He's just a typical old-fashioned number 9, whereas Shering Pem, he's willing to do the hard yards. He's willing to open up space to players behind him, players that are just better than him. It's a battle between energy and finishing. And quite honestly, I don't know which one's going to come out on top. What I do know is that Shering Pem has smashed that into the back of the net. Norwich 0, Chesterfield 1. This is a repeat of the whole Harrogate Town conundrum. Which one's better? Yerson Rower, Valerie Olajea. Finishing wise, it was Olajea every single day of the week. But in the stretch of 90 minutes, Yerson Rower did so much more. It's a tough one because at the moment, they both seem priceless. But something's got to give, or we go to a two-man striker formation. But that means dropping someone else. No matter where we put Pem, he's just an absolute joy to play with. Sorry, I've injured a player, and he seems much easier to pick out. Dropping off the shoulder, Shering Pem goes for the chip! What's all that about finishing? Shering Pem, masterful, putting the cat amongst the pigeons right now.
Welcome to Yuko Ike's Haiku Chronicles with your host, Yuko Ike.
The youth of today don't read The Great Gatsby, but know where The Great Gatsby. Whiz man, you done no bump. Just embrace it. It's a wonderful headache to have when you've got two quality strikers, different in their ways. Oh, raw killing in midfield. Go on, lads. Bit too late there with the pass, but I appreciate the idea. Just smash out a play, lads. Let's get a few minutes of Rishi Panda. It's another substitution. A bit too late to make a chance. Get the clean sheet. Rolly Sepp. Final header out. What a great victory on the road. How do we even set up a two-striker formation with this lot? I think we're too far into this to make such a change, because we are going to lose one big character from the midfield. Southampton, once again, is in danger. And how can you even be saying that? 20 goals from 23 games. But he just doesn't contribute as much as Shering Pem does up there. Do we do the unthinkable and take someone out of defence? Play a 3-back, 3-5-2 up front. It is the only way that this works. Introducing the insane tactic TT2. Is it going to be a work of art or an absolute nightmare? There's only one way to find out. As our next match is against the 5-2-1-2 Preston North End, who have gone and won their last 3 games. They're on the up. Can they compete with the high-flying new-look Chesterfield? I'm already seeing quite the oversight with this formation, because we have only the 3 defenders. Jam's starting position as drop back like 10 yards. He's now more like a CDM, and that's absolutely unacceptable. So it means if the two-striker dream lives on, we'll have to take from the midfield. And how can you even warrant that? How can you turn around and say something needs to change? I mean, case in point, Somebet Youngin, calm down! Seems like all the bangers are coming from the left wing position this season. Another long-range beauty. We're just leaving the defence exposed for absolutely no reason. Unfortunate touch by Raw Killen He's gonna give away a penalty. Bit of a cheap one to give away. Alfie Handford continues his poor record at saving penalties. Let's just get ourselves into half-time and we can reconvene from there. Yeah, it's far too overloaded in attack. Enos Jam is not where we want him to be. Maybe we just hit upon something very special with the TT special. It'll be a massive disappointment to Kjartansson, who is replaced by Sorriman. But we've got to do what we need to do to win football games, and that means sticking Enos Jam in where it hurts. 5 minutes into the second half, he sets up Shering Pem. No doubt about it, the kid's a bit of a legend. Wall jumps. Oh! Absolutely fantastic! We've got a level game again! Second goal for Okja. It's all happening in this game. Look at this transfer. Maestro Puck. What a name! You better believe that I'm checking if that's a regen or not. The game had everything, barring the winner. Chesterfield 2. Preston North End 2. One thing's for sure, as we go into our next FA Cup game at home against Villa, we certainly are carrying better form than what we saw in round 4. That concludes a very enjoyable episode of Youth Squad Legends. There's no doubt that the gameplay was better, but was it more enjoyable because of that change up top? This has been Cutsy. Thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Youth Squad Legends. If you've enjoyed it, then please give the video a like. If you're not subscribed around here yet, then press the red box down below and hit the bell icon for mobile notifications. A big thanks to everybody supporting me over on the right hand side there on Patreon. You can too, with the link down in the description box below. Cheers to all of you watching this episode in, episode out. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.